Hello, my name is Dr. Michelle Maidenberg. Today I'm going to go over some grounding exercises. And the reason why grounding exercises is so helpful is it really deactivates our body. You know, when we're feeling distressed or we're feeling despondent, or we could be feeling very anxious and very evoked in our body, right? Where we're having like very fast and speedy heart palpitations, right? Or today somebody was describing to me that they were feeling very, very shaky. An incident happened, where they were really frightened and they felt that their safety was at risk. And their little brother was there too, so they felt particularly protective over their brother, which even evoked more emotion. But what she described was the feeling really, really came up in her body. Her heart was racing. She felt a lot of shakiness and almost felt like she was hyperventilating. So, when you have those moments, and it could just be also a very, very intense emotional reaction, because somebody angered you or you felt very frustrated and disappointed, but you really want to act mindfully and you don't want to react based on those, feelings or gut reactions. So, one of the things that you could do is do breathing exercises. That's very helpful. It automatically reduces, again, our heart rate, right, from a very, very, very quick, and it really slows it down. So I like to do the 4-7-8, and that is actually something that was created by Andrew Weil. So I'm going to demonstrate it, and you can do it along with me. So we're going to go in for 4, hold for 7, and out for 8, and we'll do a series of 3. So if you could sit up straight, okay, and you could breathe in, 1, 2, 3, hold, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and out, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, out, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, one more, in, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and out, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you'll notice, right? You'll notice that you feel relaxed, that your chest, again, that there's a decompression in your chest. So that's one really, really helpful way to really get in your body. And like I've said before, your body never leaves you. So it's easily accessible. It's here. You could use it. And when we use our senses, it helps to, like I said, decompress us and ground us so that we're here in the present moment. And it could help facilitate this relaxed state that we need, especially because we're so evoked. So another thing is using our fingers, which is kind of tactile. And when I'm very activated, something that I like to say to myself is, I'm okay. It reminds me that, again, I could feel not okay in the moment, but, in essence, who I am, I'm okay. And I will be okay because I generally am, even if in moments I'm not okay. So could you use your fingers? I am okay. I am okay. And again, you could use whatever mantra is meaningful to you or whatever helps, and really speaks to you. The other thing which I really love is something called the butterfly, and it's something that we use in EMDR, which is eye movement desensitization reprocessing. That's one of the treatments that I do. And it helps, again, because of the bilateral stimulation and tapping into our senses again. So if you cross your arms, and what's so lovely about it is, again, it mimics a butterfly, but it also mimics a hug. And, just being able to touch your body, touch is always supportive and compassionate. And mimicking the bilateral stimulation, you could just tap your arms just like that. You could tap and tap. And again, closing your eyes, right? And you could do a body scan and thinking about your body and how it's feeling. Okay, and you would just tap right and left, right? And if there's kind of affirmations or mantras that are particularly strengthening and empowering, I would definitely use that. Or thinking about a time in your life when you're going through a specific challenge or adversity, and that, maybe you didn't think you'd be able to get through, and how you were able to work through it with resilience. You could do that on your knees as well, and tap your knees also bilaterally, or you could even tap your feet. So when people are like, you know, um, with other people, obviously you can't, come on, and go and all of a sudden do the butterfly. So again, more discreetly, you could do it either on your knees, on your feet. Everybody, typically taps their feet. So it's a little bit innocuous. So some other things also is to do a body scan, and that we do in the guided meditations, right? So it's really going from the top of your head, all the way down your face, right? And isolating maybe your neck, your chin, your shoulders, right? Your chest, like paying attention to the inhalation and exhalation in your body, your arms, going down to your abdomen, right? Your thighs, your legs, and then your feet. And when you're doing that, ask yourself, like, is anything coming up? Is any feelings coming up in that part of my body, right, that I need to attend to? And you could even imagine actually unwinding it, right? So if there is tension held in that body part, you could imagine the tension leaving that body part, right? Or even like, again, opening up that body part so that you're able to really welcome in the relaxation. Okay. So using, like I said, our mind, our body, those are really, really helpful ways. Another, again, kind of tactile thing you could use. I like to use stones, which are really nice. So I have these wonderful stones here, and they come in all different shapes and sizes, and they actually have little sayings on them, which is nice. So this one says, for example, compassion. So maybe you're not necessarily being compassionate towards yourself or others, and it's a reminder. And just feeling it's very, 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 again, glossy. So it feels really nice to the touch. And that really reminds you. And there's other things, like I said, like little coins and other things with sayings on them. You could purchase these online, and you could even actually customize them. If there's something specific that would be helpful for you to hear in those moments, you could actually customize them, which is really nice. So that's another cue, which I highly recommend too. And then there's also, which we know, there's also, essential oils. And you could use all different types of essential oils. There's lavender and peppermint and rosemary. They have them now all over, in any pharmacy, usually in any stores. You could look in that section. They have rollerball ones, they have spray ones. So it's nice because, again, if there's a certain scent, right, that is very calming, whenever you're feeling kind of activated, you could just it's a cue, right? You can remind yourself, again, to kind of be in the present moment. And when you're noticing your mind floating, okay, and going to the future and to the worry, right, or going into the past, which is usually regret and shame, right, we want to actually bring ourselves here. And a way, again, to do that is to imagine as if that thought is floating away. So it could be floating away on a cloud, very, very gently, right? Or it could be floating away on a leaf down a river, right? So we're not struggling in it. We're not trying to get rid of it. We're not trying to avoid it. We're not trying to criticize it. All we're trying to do is to be with it, right? And to watch it and observe it. And part of that is being curious. We want to be curious with our minds and bodies so that we could get to know ourselves better. And the more curious and flexible you are with yourself, the more compassionate you are. So I hope that was helpful to hear about those grounding exercises, and you could use them and see which one works best. And there's a whole bunch of tools in your toolbox that could help, again, to decompress you when you have those moments. So I thank you for listening, and I wish you and your families safety and health.